Greetings, fellow defenders of the Bellwright. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Bellwright. Episode 10, Befriendling Haerndean. Come on, don't move, don't move, don't move. Oh god, my aim is so bad. I'm so used to having high-level archery, and without high-level archery, I'm like potato. Oh, shoot. So the shot that I shot went over the deer and into a bandit encampment, and I pissed off all the bandits. They're easy enough to run away from, so I'm not too worried, but I thought it was pretty funny. The combat music was like, oh, all those bandits are now pissed at you. They've already reset, as you can see on the minimap. They're returning back to their camp. Just pretty freaking funny that I collateral pissed them off. Oh, and here's a bandit wandering the roads. By himself. That's a mistake. Oh no, he has one person as backup. Still a mistake. Hey bandit, didn't you hear it's not safe for you out in the roads? Oh, hello. Little treasury trove of books there. And the other guy had rope. He was probably holding up his pants, I'd imagine. Sorry, dude, I stole your belt. Back to the hunting that I was failing at miserably, and I only have 9 hours left. This here is Padstow, totally different town. I've wandered that far away from my base camp. It would also make sense to, now that I'm here, I might as well set up a travel sign. So travel signs can't be built too close to towns, but it has to be built adjacent to the road. So I can put a travel sign to Padstow here. Does that make sense? Just north of Padstow? I'm going to want to... I want to build a travel sign, but maybe not right here. So I'm going to find a place to put a travel sign close by. The combat kind of reminds you most of Conan. For me, it reminds me most of Bannerlord. The blocking mechanics, the combat mechanics, the directional attacks are like straight out of Bannerlord. For me, specifically. But yeah, it's similar to a lot of other games, for sure. I like it, though. It's just very... but some of that is because I play a lot of those types of games, like Bannerlord I play a lot of, so it's very familiar to me. Alright, here we go. So travel signs do cost renown, and initially it might seem like a lot, like it's 150. If you ever move a travel sign, you do get full refunds, and these travel signs can't be destroyed, or won't be destroyed by bandits. They leave them alone. So I set them up initially like next to all the towns, because you travel to the towns most frequently, but eventually like everywhere. Oh, are these bandits? Yeah. I'm about to get attacked by bandits. Fine, you want to bash? So I was mentioning multiple times in the stream that if you want to just like melee everything, or rather the opposite, range everything, I'll show you how. It's not a cheese tactic I'm going to use, but as you can see, when the enemies swing on you, they kind of slow down. And as soon as you slow down, you can turn. I just shot him in the face. And as long as you're faster on foot than they are, you can do that and kill armies. It's cheese as hell, and I'm not going to do it because of the cheese as hell about it, but I'm just mentioning it because it's possible. So if I want to build this travel sign, which I do, I'm going to need more inventory space because I don't have enough space to put a log. So I'm going to temporarily drop the strap and rope here so that I can cut down 2 logs for that sign. So signs are 5 wood, 2 logs, 2 stone. And I want to get it built. Now, one caveat to travel signs is you can't travel to them if there's enemies nearby. So if you put down a travel sign, like, next to a bandit camp, don't expect to be able to use it very often, because anytime there are hostiles nearby, you can't use it. You can't travel to it or from it. So sometimes it's useful to have multiple travel signs to the same destination, just so that you are more likely to be able to get there. Like, so this sign specifically, I'm probably not going to be able to use all the time because it's so close to a bunch of bandit camps, and all travel signs are going to be on the road, but some roads are frequented a lot more than others, and this road is no exception. Now I just need 2 more wood. No problem. Once you have a travel sign, you can fast travel to any other travel sign, and then also fast travel to your, if you had built, which I haven't yet, but if you had built, like, a village hall or town hall, you can fast travel to and from them as well, which is probably little known, because it's not in the tooltips. There we go. And I can also name this travel sign if I want. I don't want to, because it changes the alphabetical order of them, because if I look at all the buildings that I have, all the travel signs are going to be here. In fact, if anything, I would put Z's in front of them so they're at the bottom of the list, so when you're trying to manage a large amount of things, the travel signs are at the bottom, not blocking you from seeing things like weaver's huts and the like. But I am now a bit off task of what I was originally doing, trying to hunt for pelts. So let's get back. Now, of course, Padstow has its own set of quests and quest givers and reputation and all that. And I will be doing that kind of stuff eventually. It's just, I want to focus on Haerndean right now. So that I can build up my rep and get it to be my first trading partner and all that jazz. Oh, there's another bandit. How many arrows do I have? 6? I don't want a bandit. I want wolves. With my crummy aim, I need to kill wolves, not bandits. Or not deer. Nope, that's a bandit camp. Let's not go that way. The other thing you'll notice, a little tip to be able to clear out bandit camps will frequently send patrols out from and to them. So if you attack them when they don't have patrols inbound or outbound, because then you're just having to kill like twice as many enemies, because the patrols are often about the same size as the camp themselves. It's hard to time sometimes, because sometimes you just don't know when, like, a patrol is wandering in, because you won't see it on the map. Oh, and here's a good indication. This travel sign, it has bandits near it. So if you do want to hunt bandits, travel signs are also pretty useful to tell where the bandits are. So, like, right now, there are bandits traversing around that travel sign, because it's X'd out, letting me know that there's hostiles nearby. So I'm intending to build a travel sign where my starter shed is. I don't really have a name for this settlement because I don't have a village hall or anything. It's just settlement. You can rename your settlements. And then you can also create outposts. And, you know, you can have an infinite amount of outposts. Although, I will say it's probably not meaningful to have infinite outposts anyway. So here's the travel sign for home. And it's very useful to live, because you only can make travel signs on the roads. It's very useful to live, at least initially, adjacent to a road. Because until you can get a town hall or village hall, you can't fast travel to anywhere but the roads and road systems. So, in living next to the road, I can travel back home near instantly. Any of my books good for him? I want to start reading the agility and strength books. I wouldn't mind giving him the shield book, though. So I will teach him shields. And I'm going to keep the agility book on me, so when I finish reading the farming book, I can read that next. Also, we now have the straps to get the bag again. So I'll cue that up. Oh, he's building the travel sign for me. Alright. You know what? Yeah, you can build it. I don't need to. In fact, he's delivered everything but one log. All the stone and all of the wood he's already delivered. So this is a good case of, like, NPCs can manage it. They don't really need player input. So let's go ahead and pick up the In Memoriam quests. So 2 cords and one of the 2 pelts I have. Yep, he just built the sign. Awesome. And it's really easy to use travel signs. You just select and travel. As long as there's not hostiles nearby. Like I said, that Pasto sign, like, I'll probably very rarely be able to travel there because of, yeah, I put it where all the hostiles are. And then I'm also going to collect the stuff for the carpenter's needs, but not the logs because it takes so much room. And the cooked meat, the cooked meat's kind of annoying, actually, because I don't have a fireplace. So truth be told, I would prefer to just buy the cooked meat rather than to build a brand new campfire. It's not expensive to build a campfire, it's just annoying. So I'll be shopping around for the cooked meat, I think. You can also bring materials to a quest giver and dump a partial amount off to them and then come back with the remainder. So, like, I can bring 2 of the logs that Dalibor wants and the 4 cords that Dalibor wants, and then I can finish the quest later once I have the 2 pieces of cooked meat for when I buy them. So thankfully it isn't one of those, like, all or nothing situations. Also, if you see a Karina Gaultier, I want to recruit her.
Yes. Anything else?
Are you new in town?
Or Gaultier, I don't know.
Are you new in town?
Work, peasants, there's no time to lose.
Where is she? It's one of the features I want most is just a roster of every town.
Let's talk.
Here you are.
I heard the Elder has been asking if there is anyone who could help him out with some things. You look like
All
you could
right.
use some help yourself.
We are adding you. I'm adding her because she's a really good cook, and she's got pretty high stats and everything else. And, like, not horrible traits. I mean, she does get hungry more often, but she's the cook, so that's her problem. So now, I'm sending her as a worker down to my my settlement. And that means that I have finished the moving up in the world. So let's wrap that up by talking to you. Oh no, I have to talk to Padstow's elder. Whoops, wrong person. All right. Then instead, I'm going to go turn in the 2 cords and 1 pelt to Andrea Gilroy, and then go hunt for the last pelt. I also should probably make a second shield and a second truncheon for her. And I can do that this way, by just going to the simple workbench, finding the plank shield, and finding the reinforced club, and once I have the materials, my people will make it. And then for the reinforced club, I'm missing the copper ingot. So again, I can just go to the bloomery, go to the copper ingot, and have them smelt one, because I have copper on me already. And that way, Andrea or Karina will have some basic weaponry if we get attacked.
Anything?
Before I go hunting, I would like to probably eat fine stew, because my stamina stats have just tanked from having finished my last stew.
Looking for
What can
trouble.
I interest you in today?
I was sort of hoping that this trader... I'll try to find a trader that sells cooked meats, or I might end up having to make another campfire. It's not the end of the world.
Step closer, Jen. Greetings, friend.
Although I'm not certain, I think it would be safe to say that everyone in Haerndean that isn't an apprentice of some sort of trade I've already talked to. And the only other one I would want to recruit would be Robert Grimhilt, which requires me to be protector of Haerndean. So I don't think I'm going to be recruiting anyone from Haerndean for a while until I hit 1,200 more reputation. Or liberate it. Whatever comes first. Now that we have a cook in the house, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to change her priorities to cook at 2, and then to harvest at 4. So if there's things for her to cook, she cooks, and if not, she's harvesting. And most of the harvesting tasks... Oh, maybe I'll add garlic to this too. Most of the harvesting tasks relate to cooking in some way or another. So I'm going to put garlic and mushrooms at 4, because they're the reagents for fine stew. So when she doesn't have materials for fine stew, she forages for the reagents for fine stew. Now, with that said, I don't yet have a hunting camp to be able to source the meat. So that would be the next step. But we do, anytime I hunt something, she can cook that into a fine stew. So, she's now our chef. Do rabbits have a chance to drop pelts? Yeah. I could pelt that way. I'll just go hunting, because I want her cooking fine stews anyway, so like I don't really care what I shoot, as long as it's not a farm animal. I've been getting off track constantly. So back on track. I have 21 arrows. Let's go hunting. There are some spots on the map that are like near guaranteed to have a lot of huntable critters. And oh, there's one. I'm gonna head towards those like guaranteed spots to save me the trouble. It's funny, I have no problem shooting hares for pelts. When it comes to shooting a deer, I miss constantly, despite the fact that they're like 10 times the size. It makes no sense. I think maybe the bunnies let you get closer. I don't know. I just choke. I'm a bad hunter. But, all right, we have plenty of meat. And what's cool about the fine meals is like, it doesn't matter what kind of meat you have, which is why it's such a flexible recipe. Whereas a lot of the other dishes require a very specific size of meat. So if you're making like spiced meat stew, it's going to be like a large slab that you will only get from deer and boar, and not, you know, small pieces of raw meat, which you get from birds and bunnies. Now, the one problem setting Karina on foraging for garlic is when she goes for garlic, she's going to have to walk here. And there's a bandit camp in the way. So I'm going to want to clear that bandit camp sooner or later. Because it's physically not safe for her to traverse that far without getting bandit murked. And I don't want her dying or getting injured. Because, you know, that sounds like it sucks. I'm going to drop this off to Andrea. And then I wonder what the status of... So we have 2 plank shields. Lubomir, do you have one of them? It might be both of ours. Lubomir might have put his plank shield away. One way to check is to go to the buildings, go to the workbench. Oh, no, we made a plank shield. Okay. So everyone has a plank shield, and we're just waiting on the truncheon, and they've already made the copper. So Karina's about to have the materials that she needs.
Hello, friend.
To raid another camp.
Just the... Thank you so much. I've wanted to build...
All right. I think between doing the carpenter's needs and clearing out that bandit camp, I'd prefer to clear out that bandit camp. Now, one of the meta ways to clear out bandit camps is to wait until the day you're being raided by bandits, because every time you kill bandits, you gain threat to the bandits, but on the day that you're being raided, you can't gain any more threat. Or whenever there's an expected raid, either we'll say tomorrow or today. Whenever you have an expected raid, there's no real penalty to killing more bandits because you're already maxed out on the threat scale. So you might as well just go ham and kill them all. So generally on the expected tomorrow or today days, or really it's the tomorrow days, I try to clear as many bandit camps as I can because there's not a penalty to it. So I think they're just collecting the wood for the truncheon, or for the reinforced club. So I suppose I am going to make a campfire and and cook the meat that was his name wants anyway. But for that quest, I need regular size meat, which means it has to come from wolves or deer, because the small meat from birds and bunnies won't count. Apparently his wife doesn't like small meat. She wants big meat. That's fine. You know what I should have done? I only have 20 arrows. I should have grabbed more arrows. So now I'm headed out to this area here, using my map knowledge. And I also picked up the mashed potatoes because they give a huge stamina bonus, allowing me to like run better. Because I find that if you're hunting with a bow, stamina is king. Being able to just like run without stopping. Oh, perfect. There's actually wolves just north of me. That saves me a trip. Oh, and a stag. Who's double-backed and seen me. I was gonna chase the stag, but... Oh, hello, wolf. Ah. You want some? That's right. I got a whacking stick. And you're dead. Oh, 2 pieces of raw meat. That's exactly what I needed. While I'm here, if that stag is still around. Oh, it's still freaking out. I don't... Is it the wolves? It might be the wolves. Because, yeah, I'm not close enough to freak it out. But it reacts to, like, anything. Which is actually, I think, kind of cool. The games where, like, wildlife don't react to one another feel so empty, in my opinion. So although it's occasionally annoying, I'd much prefer the wolves hunting the deer than just like standing around looking pretty all the time. There's a lot of critters around this lake. Oh, they saw me and I don't see them yet. Right in the head. Sorry, dude. Rough way to die. Which animal supplies large meat? The deer do, and the boars do. It turned away. I keep blaming my bad aim, but in that case, it might have actually connected. Boars are a little bit easier to kill for large meat. The other thing... Oh, here's a stag that I can hit. The AI-controlled hunters are, like, really good at killing deer. They have no problem at all. Whereas I have all the problem in the world. Oh, that was too low. It's either high or low. It's never right. I'm gonna leave them alone. I don't actually need to kill deer right now. Oh, and they finished building the campfire without me. I'm going to tell them never to use it, because I don't want to grill meat. Because grilled meat has, generally speaking, has the same amount of stamina and health per piece, whereas smoked meat has more health than stamina. But when it comes to AI, the NPCs don't benefit from stamina. They only benefit from health. So it's way better to smoke your meat so that you get the health bonuses rather than to grill it. So the player can benefit from grilled meat, but like the AI doesn't. So I always smoke meat, which is why I never have them grill it. Oh, there's Karina. She's probably coming back from garlic, I'd imagine. Let's check. Harvesting. And I bet if I check her inventory, it's garlic, because she was not near the camp. Or maybe hemp, because there's a field of hemp over that way. I'm guessing hemp, actually.
I'm
Hemp.
working.
I was right. What is a little weird is she's a porter with 2 more lines of inventory, and she didn't use it. She got 2 empty spaces. I'm on to you, girl. I see you, lazy. Hopefully he'll find the peanut. There he goes. All right. The game says we have the materials for the club. We just haven't made it yet. Also, wouldn't be a bad idea. Has she made any stews? I don't think she has. I think she hasn't gone for garlic yet. It might be that the garlic that I know exists is too far for her to travel to, so she's choosing not to, which is honestly a totally reasonable thing to do. I wouldn't want her traveling across the map for it. Lubomir, are you reading something? You're reading a shield book. Karina, you are not reading anything, so let's see if there's something for me to tell her to read. Maybe the other shields book? And then... oh, my cooking just leveled up to 4. Which means that these pieces of meat probably finished. Perfect. I cooked 4. I didn't need 4. I only need 2. I'm going to put 2 away for my companions to eat. And that about wraps up the old carpenter's needs. So I'm going to have you guys vote on what I do next. I could quest in Padstow. I could unlock more research. Or rather, let's say recruit more villagers. No. Quest in Padstow is going to lead to that. So alternatively, clear bandit camps, set up more of the starting town, and that's it. Or actually, one more thing. I could explore. Have you choose from those options. So questing in Padstow will lead for me to build up my relationship in Padstow, which will offer me the ability to recruit more recruits in Padstow, because there's no more recruits that I want from Haerndean. Clearing bandit camps, I would definitely want to clear this one, which is closest and blocks access to the garlic. Setting up more of the starting town, because there's a lot more tier 1 research to get. So the tier 1 research that I don't have would be a mining camp, a farm, a mixing bucket to make cob, the trapper's camp, which I don't intend to really use, but I could do anyway. The hunting camp is tier 2, isn't it? Where's the hunting camp? Yeah, it's tier 2. Okay. So I can't automate hunting until tier 2. I forgot about that. But there's still more of the starting town to set up, like the mining camps and stuff like that. Or explore, because there's like ruins and things out there that are going to be beneficial for me to find for the loot.
Hail, fellow. It's a pleasure. A true lifesaver. Thank you. Please take this as a reward. That's about what?
Wow, he just spoke in tongues. That was creepy.
Damn those royal dogs that hit my head. I will haunt them when I die, thank you, young one, and remember, happy wife.
Alright, he gave me a small trap. Okay. And there's more quest givers now that I finished that. As you can see, the map is filled up with more quests. So let me go pick up some more quests. Is it an AI voice? It is.
Hail, fellow. Young pup. Say, could you give me a hand with something? So I'm on my own and need some help with a few bits and bobs. Lord Ashbourne's Thorwin a solstice feast for his closest commanders, and he ordered a selection of intricately designed wooden chairs.
We are keeping the peace
which
here,
is my speciality,
in the name of
don't
Lord
you know?
Ashbourne.
Unfortunately, the letter with the order was mistakenly sent to Marek, the carpenter from Padstow. Bit of a hack, that lad. Won't end well for anyone if he's making those chairs to Ashbourne. Could you grab the letter off him and bring it back to me so I can do the chairs right? Oh, and I need new tools, good ones. But Sambor the toolmaker is a master, he'll have the best replacements.
Alright, shouldn't take too long, I'll take care of it. So that was a big order. He's sending me everywhere. Let's pick up some more before sun goes down.
Yes? I have a task for you if you want to earn some money.
Please go on.
One trader gave me an extremely well-priced order. He wants weapons, but due to the tight schedule,
Those
I can't
peasants
manage
should
to
be
get
more
all
grateful.
the iron by myself. That's where you come in. I will give you part of my payment up front if you bring me weapons from this list.
I'll be back in no time. 5 simple axes. That's actually very easy to source. The other quest givers I think are going to sleep because it's like 9 p.m. in game. So I might not be able to talk to them, but I'll try. Again, I see the topic of AI voices coming up. There's a disclaimer in the sounds here that we are using generative AI during development to prototype the voice acting. Expect professional voice acting for the full release. And you can mute AI voices if you want. So yes, there are AI voices. It's a small studio, and they intend to have proper voice actors eventually.
You've come to the right. A merchant's life isn't easy, but at least I'm not a peasant toiling in the fields all day.
Yikes, dude. Alright. Help
Do you want to earn some good coin? I am in need of someone with crafting skills.
What do you need?
That's what I wanted to hear. I need 2 rugged shirts for my caravanners to provide them with at least basic protection while they're traveling to Farnworth to get some meat. The village's food storages are low right now, and I was able to get a good deal.
Alright, I'll get them for you. The Elder has a quest too.
Come closer. Hello, friend.
Do you need help?
There's been whispers lately. Some weird things are happening at night near Haerndean.
What kind of weird things?
Some of the villagers told me of a mysterious figure lurking on the edge of the village. Some of them even think it's a ghost. Please ask around and check if this might be some kind of threat to the village. Better safe than sorry.
Who should I ask?
Ask Theodore and Andrea. They were the people who reported it. You can also ask Amelie. Even at her most defiant, she tends to know what's going on in the village.
Okay, I will. And it is too late for me to pick up any more quests because everyone's asleep. Actually, some of them are moving, some of them aren't. The ones that aren't moving are probably in bed already.
Don't try anything stupid.
The AI voices sound pretty fine.
Don't try
They're not like
anything
the TikTok
Is there
voices
something
that
you
like
want?
drilled nails into my brain. I don't use TikTok. I only hear it through like Reddit and Imager or whatever.
Gods, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest when I saw them. A shadowy figure on the border of the village. You can laugh at me all you want, but I believe it could really be some kind of ghost.
Curious
Think
times
about
we
it.
live in.
Whatever
with
it
talk
is,
of
it's
wars
scaring
and rebels
people at
and
night,
such.
and 2 of us have seen it.
All right. Where you see this ghost?
I saw him in the forest near the village. Please, if you go looking for it, or them, be careful. We don't know what it is.
I'll investigate.
Thank you, dear. It's reassuring to know someone's looking into this. Please be careful out there.
And it's too late to talk to anyone else. There is a trust reputation bonus for each optional person to talk to, so I don't want to jump to the last one, Donovan Klain, because it's a loss of trust, a loss of potential trust gain if I skip the optionals, so I won't do that. I can make the 5 simple axes for the arms for the unknown, but you guys voted for me to clear the bandit camp, and I don't intend to disappoint. So let's go murder some banditos. Thank you for tuning in to Bellwright, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 25th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, viewers that turned out to the Marathon's live stream, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Bellwrights.